Welcome. Excuse me for chewing, but I've got to get ready for work. I don't have much time, and I didn't cook today. I've been busy with other things. So I've got to get this steak into me and this coffee drank and get off to work. So I really don't like watching videos of people eating and whatnot, but anyway, this is the only way tonight. So today I came home from work. I picked up the dog. Kept him here for a couple hours, and then I took him to get his bi-weekly bath at the groomers, and then I picked him up and dropped him back at my father's house. Sadly, I picked up McDonald's and ate that. I really don't want to be eating this junk, but the sad thing is, when my day gets disrupted for a few hours to run errands for my parents or whatever, I don't mind doing that, but it does eat up time that I would normally have for food preparation or something else. So I didn't feel like rushing around and trying to get myself fed, so I had some McDonald's. Then I came home and I tried to catch up on some sleep, so I went to bed early, which was good. I got a fair amount of sleep, but I just woke up earlier, so you can't win. I can't seem to sleep past about 5.5 or 6 hours. But at least I went to bed. I slept, I lay down, and whatnot. Now I'm trying to get myself up and on the go. I heard a story. It was framed as a joke, but it's not really a joke at all. And I would like to give credit to the woman who said it, but I think she's a comedian. But basically, the story is this: there's a little girl, they're driving around, and the little girl sees a homeless encampment where lots of homeless people are sitting in tents wasting their time. And the little girl's very upset and she goes, "Oh, this is terrible. Somebody should do something about this." So the mother says, or whoever it is, I will say it's the mother. The mother says, "Oh, well, if you have some money, I'll drive you down. You can give them the money." And the little girl says, "Well, I don't have any money." So the mother says, "Oh, no problem. Here's what we'll do. You can go out and spend a few hours. You can cut all the grass and you can rake it up, put it in bags, and I'll give you some money. And if you like, you can ask the neighbors and maybe you can cut their grass too and you can rake it all up and take care of that. And then when you get some money, I'll give you some money and these people will probably give you some money. And then when you collect all this money, you can get in the car, we can drive down and you can give the money to the homeless people." And the little girl says, "Well, why don't they work instead?" And the mother says, "Well, exactly. Why don't they work instead?" And this is basically socialism. Socialism is basically take money from the people who work and the people who want to work and want to contribute and give it to the people who don't. Now, of course, people are going to come back with you, "Oh, these people are mentally ill and these people can't work for themselves and we need to kumbaya and love and peace and help all these people out." Yeah, there's truth to that, but there's also a limit. There's only so much you can do. And this idea that someone else should solve these problems and the government is the biggest waster of money imaginable, paying all these civil servants to solve these problems. It's the most inefficient way possible. And this idea that, oh, give all your money to the government and let the government solve everybody's problem and everything's going to be wonderful is ridiculous. And, oh, let's just give money to the poor people. It's very easy for people to say that when they're talking about other people's money, but when it comes to their own money, they're like, no, I don't want to do that. But if you say, I don't want to do that, you're the bad person, which is absolutely ridiculous. And all this socialism nonsense that's being taught in schools and universities these days, socialism has never worked. It never will work. Um, and then they say, oh, you want roads and you want hospitals and the police and the army. You're a socialist too. No, that's not socialism. That's basic, um, if you, Thomas Hobbes' law of nature stuff. Yeah, if you're out alone in the world, life is brutish and short, and whatever the quote is exactly. But yeah, we come together as human beings and form societies for mutual benefit. If this guy fishes, he trades his fish to the farmer for flour. Now the farmer has fish and flour, and the fisherman has flour and fish. And, they trade to the shoemaker and they all get shoes and this, that, and the other thing. And then, of course, money comes into the equation. Everybody contributes a little so that there's a police force. Everybody contributes a little so that there's roads and things like that. That's not socialism. That's basic community. That's basic society. Everybody needs, the basics: clean water, plumbing, um, infrastructure, bridges and dams and police force and public transportation. That's not what socialism is. That's every society needs that. Otherwise, you just stay living in the woods. But that's the argument people come up with. They always come up with these ridiculous arguments that make no sense, crazy exceptions to the rule. But the fact of the matter is, capitalism is not evil. Giving all your money to the government is what's evil. Because then, yeah, the government will feed you, the government will give you a job, but you become a non-human. You become an automaton. Just become. You have to follow their orders. You have to follow their dictates. You have no freedom. You work and you slave, and the government is so inefficient. So much is wasted that the quality of life just goes down. Innovation disappears. Nobody does anything. If you have to work much harder to try to get ahead, and then they just take your money and distribute it to useless people who don't want to do anything. Sure, we all have to take care of the sick. Sure, we all have to take care of the old and the feeble. That's not the issue. There's lots of people out there who choose not to work, who want everything for free, and you get these courts and government systems in there just handing out money willy-nilly to people, and they wonder why the system doesn't work. Anyway, a bit of a rant, but I heard that story. If I thought about it a bit more, I probably could have explained it a little better, but I'm sure I got the point across in my roundabout way. I just wanted something to talk about, so I thought that was useful. And yeah, I gave my updates. I gotta try to get this food into me, gotta get this coffee down, and get off to work. I'm running out of time, so we'll call it here. So remember, who loves your baby? This guy. Don't forget, you're somebody's favorite person in this world, probably mine. So till next time, let's be patient. Let's, try to stay positive and, yeah, try to endure with dignity. Till next time, love you and goodbye.